Kristaps Porzingis, the man who is booed by his own fans after being drafted as 4th overall by the Knicks, has become the exact opposite of what his haters thought he would be. Porzingis, with a height of 7 feet and 3 inches and a wingspan of 7 feet and 6 inches, exceeded the expectations of many Knicks and NBA fans who thought he would just be another NBA draft bust, or at least shouldn't have been selected as 4th overall. The great Latvian, however, had other ideas and didn't worry too much about the hate that was aimed towards his direction. Porzingis detonated onto the NBA landscape with a series of putback dunks in his first handful of games. More importantly for Knicks fans, he's since maintained a level of play that's ranged between solid and spectacular. In his rookie year that just passed, Porzingis averaged 18.1 points, 9.3 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks per 36 minutes, and is draining threes at a percentage of 33.3%. He also has a relatively high free throw percentage for power forward, shooting 84% from the line. No player in NBA history, in fact, has possessed quite this combination of youth, height, speed, and outside shooting skills. Porzingis has quickly changed from being the most hated to the most loved person in Madison Square Garden, and is now a key part of this new-look Knicks team, following the addition of Derrick Rose, Courtney Lee, and Joakim Noah. The diversity of his scoring portfolio is also an encouraging sign for his player development. Although he converts his shot at just average rates from virtually every spot he shoots from, the fact that he can do that as a 20-year-old 7-foot-pluser is remarkable. While the league is full of bigs who can shoot the ball, it's rare for a rookie to enter the league as such a good shooter. Shooting was the Achilles heel of young bigs like Anthony Davis and Blake Griffin, who have since developed range out to the three-point line. New Knicks head coach Jeff Hornacek already has plans on how to use Porzingis in offense next season, and he revealed them in a recent interview. He said that due to Porzingis being tall and also having the ability to pull up from deep, he can adjust to whoever is guarding him. Jeff Hornacek quoted, "If they play a small guy on him, we'll work on his post-up stuff or a way to get him the ball inside and dominate in there. Or if they try to put a big guy on him, he can work his outside game. Those are two great weapons to have. We'll use both of them." This does not necessarily mean that Carmelo Anthony will have fewer touches on offense, because Hornacek mentioned that he will use both Porzingis and Anthony in different ways depending on the team they are facing. Porzingis has been working to improve his game and add more muscle to his frame. He was second in the Rookie of the Year voting after averaging 14.3 points, 7.3 rebounds, 1.3 assists, and 1.9 blocks in 72 NBA games last season. The 20-year-old Latvian star has the potential to be a great player in the NBA, and his improvement lies in the hands on how he will be used next season. According to the New York Post, Hornacek has already praised Porzingis by saying that he can become the best player in the league. My response to that is that I'm not too sure whether he can become the best player in the league, but I'm confident that in his prime he can become a top 5 NBA player and elevate the Knicks to a new level, taking them into deep playoff runs and maybe even to the finals, who knows. In terms of how I expect Porzingis to perform next season, if he improves in the areas of his game that he and Coach Hornacek have spoken about, then I would like to say that Porzingis should average at least 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 2.5 blocks per game, and should see his game time increase as well. Now, looking at the Knicks as a whole, with Porzingis improving and with the new players coming in like Derrick Rose, Courtney Lee, and Joakim Noah, like I previously said, I would expect the Knicks to finish at least at the 6th seed with 45 wins or more, which is an increase of at least 23 wins from last year when they finished with the 7th worst record in the NBA with 32 wins and 50 losses. But all of that obviously depends on Porzingis becoming a breakout player. And if I'm being honest, I really do expect him to take his game to the next level, especially if he really works on what he and Hornacek spoke about. A comparison always being drawn is that Porzingis is similar to Dirk Nowitzki, and I couldn't agree more. If Porzingis puts more weight in and improves his all-round game, I genuinely believe that he could lead his team to the finals soon, in maybe about 5 years when the current NBA stars like Paul George, LeBron James and Steph Curry start approaching Father Time. I would like to entertain the thought that we may see a Knicks-Timberwolves finals or even a rivalry, with the Timberwolves having a great talented young core and the Knicks improving their team around the grey Latvian. But a finals showdown between the Knicks and Timberwolves will only be possible if Porzingis becomes a breakout player next season and elevates his game to the next level after that. That's all we've got for today's video. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at AABuckets. Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, and peace.